Hi, friends. We've got another Zepbound before and after success story. And I am so excited to introduce you to an vivacious, beautiful Linda. Welcome, Linda, to the show. I'm so glad you're here. Linda has an incredible story. We're going to deep dive into it. So buckle up, get your favorite beverage, get your element electrolytes. We're going to go through because Linda not only inspires me, she motivates me, and I know she's going to motivate you. Linda has been on for the last 38 weeks. Zepbound 2.5. 30. How many weeks was it? 34.
34. Sorry.
34
weeks.
And Linda, how much weight have you lost in a short pocket of 34
right
weeks?
now, I am down 50.6 pounds.
A big kudos, girlfriend. That is huge, 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 huge. And what dose are you on?
I am on Zepbound. Started on Tirzepatide, which is a compound. I'm on name brand, and I'm on 2.5.
Girlfriend.
For 34 weeks.
You are on the starting dose, and you've been on the starting dose for 34 weeks.
I have.
Do y'all have goosebumps out there? Because I know I do. There's so many people, and we've talked about this on other shows, about how you don't have to titrate up. Like, you can really have tremendous success, lose over 50 pounds of staying on that beginning dose. I mean, that's amazing, Linda. Can you tell us a little bit about your journey of how you started? Because I know viewers probably will be able to relate very much of you starting to, why did you choose to take a GLP-1 medication?
Okay. Well, 13 years ago, I had bariatric surgery because we didn't have GLP-1s back then, and I was doing great until COVID hit. And I gained 72.5 pounds over COVID and those 3 years. And so in November of this year, I was just feeling really out of control. I talked to my doctor about weight loss in October, when I went to have my annual physical. And he says, well, I can prescribe you some WEGOVY. Well, let me tell you, none of the pharmacies had WEGOVY. I called over 40 pharmacies. No one had WEGOVY, and so, I was really disappointed about that and just really miserable. I was eating, I had gotten back into eating sweets, and I was eating 6 to 8 candy bars a day. And, my parents noticed that I gained weight, and bless their hearts, they didn't say anything about it. So I was home for Christmas in Georgia, and sitting in the bedroom one night by myself, and I was just feeling so miserable. And so I was going through Facebook, and I came across some ads about telehealth and about Tirzepatide and semaglutide. And so I just filled out the form. I want y'all to know that on Thanksgiving Day, I had an appointment with a telehealth provider. And they went through my history and said, okay, we're going to turn this over to the doctor. And on the next day, the doctor reviewed my stuff and approved me. And the following Tuesday, I had my first dose of Tirzepatide. And I started doing research. So I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I'm going to take these shots. I better learn what this stuff is all about. And I started doing research on YouTube, because that's everything's on YouTube. And that's how I found the Countess of shopping. And it was so amazing because I started following your journey, and I got all excited. Like, boy, this could really work for me, and started wanting to really learn about the medication that I was about to start. So I started November 30th on Tirzepatide. And wow, it has been so amazing. There's in this 34 weeks, it's just been there's been times when the leanometer, as some of us call it, wasn't my friend. But I couldn't focus on that. I had to focus on getting in the protein, getting in the fiber, getting in where's my water bottle, getting in the water, so so that I would continue to lose, but also better health. I got they did some blood tests on me and found out that I was pre-diabetic. Even when I was 138 pounds overweight, I was not pre-diabetic. Scared me half to death. And so it's just been it's been amazing. And the friends that I'm making out here now in the community, I'm on, of course, the Facebook groups. I joined several Facebook groups. And I found TikTok. I'd never been on TikTok before. And wow, there's a whole community of people out there. And I have a group every morning. I get up, get my buns out of bed every morning, and it's a group that meets at 6:30, and we walk. Some of them walk, some of them exercise in the gym, some of them are just putting on makeup, some of them are doing nothing but just sitting there talking, and it's great. It's an amazing group. We call ourselves Team TMI. And we're liable to talk about anything. And we do. We talk about anything and everything. So it's just it's been amazing. Has the journey been has there been any, things that I didn't like? I will tell you, if you do not get your water in and your fiber in, you'll be listening to the Countess talk about constipation. That will happen. Oh my goodness. You're the Countess of shopping. I am the goddess of gastrointestinal issues. But I've learned, through taking some products. I take, of course, biooptimizers, for my magnesium 7. I also take Kiala greens, so I'm taking different products now that are keeping things like they're supposed to be. And I'm continuing to get steps closer to where I want to be. For me, I've got a weight goal in mind of 120. Eventually I'll get down there, but it's more about the body fat percentage, and it's more about the visceral fat. I had a DEXA scan done, because that's like the most, if y'all haven't had a DEXA scan done, you need to have one done. And I wanted to see what's my visceral fat, because that's that fat that'll kill you. Because it's hidden in there. It's around, it's all around your organs. And I found out that I was less than 4% visceral fat, and I got all excited about that. And
Wow.
it's like, and that's just by a lot of hard work. It's by exercise and following the program. I mean, you've got to get the protein, get fiber in, and you got to move your body. I am all about exercise. And I know that I introduced you to the wall Pilates. I know that you have been doing some wall Pilates and stuff, and that's amazing exercise.
Linda, do you know how many lives you've changed?
You got to move.
You've changed so many lives. You
I
telling
don't
me
know.
about wall
I don't
Pilates.
know.
And then Linda was the one. Linda's the queen. Linda was the one when y'all are like, oh, it was Linda. It was Linda who said in our free encouragement group, which, by the way, I'll link all the resources down below in the description link below.
Oh yeah.
Linda was the one who had recommended on YouTube wall Pilates. Just search wall Pilates beginning for seniors is who I use, and I loved her stuff. But that Linda got me involved into being strong enough to get back into weight training. Today I have a private Pilates session with a trainer. Like, I never would have done that had I not done wall Pilates.
Oh my God.
Confident. So now I'm doing these like Pilates classes at a studio with the reformer. My legs are swinging all around. And I'm like, that is thanks to Linda. Like, you have changed my life on that, Linda. So I tip my hat.
Well,
And
thank you.
so many people have started
sweet.
wall Pilates, and people who can't, physically, if you're nervous about weight training, wall Pilates is a great way to segue in. And then when you were before GLP-1 medication, did you work out at all? Like, have you always been active, or not so much?
When I was on my first journey, I was working out and had a trainer and all that kind of stuff after I had my bariatric surgery. And then I just kind of like during COVID, like life get in the way. I don't know what happened to me, because I went from working 40 hours a week to 60 to 70-hour a week and just focused on work. I forgot about Linda. I forgot about taking care of this body. And what's really super important now is I just watched my father, who's 91 years old, fall. And he's in a rehab center. And I'm like, I am not going to one of them places. And
No.
I can't stress it enough, exercise, building strong bones, building strong muscles, learning how to be flexible. I am the most inflexible person there is. And learning exercises also for balance. We don't do those kinds of things. And now I'm on this mission to really promote, learning all these different exercises that you can do, so that if you fall, maybe you just roll with the punches and you don't break something. Because at my age, I'm 68 years old, I'm going to break something if I fall.
It's such a good point.
I love the outside. I love the outside. I'm actually, oh my goodness. So I'm actually, I'm about to have surgery next week. So I've got 8 weeks of recovery. Once that's over, I'm going to start training for another half marathon. And I'm going to do the one in Roanoke, Virginia next April. Goes over 2 mountains. It's amazing. It's the hardest one in the United States. And so I want to get back to doing those kinds of things again, because I miss it. I really do. I miss dressing up in tutus and
I
I'm
love
being
when I see
silly.
your photos of you on the tutus. It's like my favorite thing. I love it. Roanoke, I'm in Virginia. That's good to know. In April, my Can live down in
April 12th, 2025,
I
the
may,
Love Lose Half Marathon.
I may be popping it. So you're having surgery. Now, with your surgery, do you have to stop taking your Tirzepatide?
I did. I'm off of it for 2 weeks. And so this is my second week. And so the thing about it is, when you go on these medications, I've seen ads out there. It says, you don't have to change your lifestyle. You don't have to exercise. I'm like, that is such BS. You have to change your lifestyle. If you continue doing the things that you were doing, you will not be successful. You will not get your blood pressure down. You will not get your A1C down. None of that works. And so what I'm doing now is my surgery is Monday. I've been continuing to practice what I've been learning for the last 34 weeks. I'm a member of Join Fridays. So I have I have the nutritional counseling from there. I've got all these little things in my toolbox. I'm also with Advanced Nutrition Solutions, and they do nutrition and exercise. So they've developed a program just for me personally. And I've used yours too, the one that you have published, that you paid all that money for. And so you have to, if you have to come off the medicines because you're going to have surgery or something, you just continue doing what you were doing. And it works. I'm not, my cravings aren't back and all that. But they could come back, this next week. I got a whole nother week to go. I've had to come off of everything, even my supplements. The only thing I'm allowed to take is one pill that my doctor had given me. Everything else, they told me to take nothing. Very scary.
And is the 2 weeks because of the gastric?
And then the 8 weeks of recovery. Oh.
Is the 2 weeks beforehand because of the gastric emptying, because it's slowing, for people who don't know, is that why? It's because of the slowing down of gastric emptying, they can worry about a stroke?
No, the 2 weeks is, I'm actually having a female surgery. And so, they just want me off of everything.
Yeah.
Except for just one pill that my doctor had me on,
and
for my heart. So, everything but that.
After, do you have to be off of Tirzepatide as well?
No, because that Wednesday after, I'm going back on my Zepbound.
It's like, yes, I'm back on. On. I love that you mentioned.
So it's allowing me to know that I'm not having to depend on it. It's fantastic. It's keeping those cravings down. I don't have the sugar cravings anymore. That stopped immediately. Holy cow! It's like, oh, I'm not having cravings. Oh my goodness. So before Zepbound, I would get through with breakfast. I'm thinking about when is snack. And when I had snack, it's like, when is lunch? I was constantly thinking food. I would wake up in the middle of the night and go get something to eat if I had to go to the bathroom. Oh my gosh. I'd talk about food all the time. I mean, I ate all the time.
And so with that bulk of food thoughts, then changing it, it sounds like, and fill in my gaps for me, but it sounds like that changing of that, and now it's moved into your thoughts are consumed of having this healthy lifestyle, of really working on your body with your exercise and healthy food choices and protein, and is there other things that it's opened up for you in addition to not thinking about food all the time? There's all this extra free time space. Filling that in, what have you been filling it in with?
Well, I have work, of course. It's been more exercise, and now, and also I'm a creator on TikTok now, and so trying to build my following, but reaching out to other people and developing relationships in the community. So amazing. And I've actually met people here in the Charlotte area, and that's great. And actually, I joined a run club. Now I don't run. I do sachet. I walk, but I've joined a run club, and I go to that on Tuesday nights with another person that's on a GLP-1, and she's an amazing person. It's so fun. And then I've got the group I do every morning with, and it's like I miss Saturdays and Sundays because I'm not with them. So now I'll go out there and go to a park or somewhere and go just hop on live, and if anybody wants to walk with me, they can, and I just talk for 2 hours. I love
it. So I stopped doing TikTok. I had Countess shopping. I had a very large TikTok. I deleted all of my videos because TikTok changed the rules on GLP-1 medication.
They did.
Are you able to still post about GLP-1 or no on TikTok? And what's your TikTok?
Yeah. We do not say the WL word, the weight loss word. You have to be really careful because people get what we call bananaed for all sorts of different reasons. So it's very careful. I haven't yet. I think I'm still small potatoes, but I'm just careful, and I'm just gonna, continue spreading the word. If they ban me, I'll just go to, I'll just come on out to YouTube and just
right.
post some videos and stuff. So,
what's your channel? I want to follow you.
It's Zippy0808 _ Tirzepatide is who I am on Instagram, and I've got, I think it's under my real name out here, Linda Lowe, but I'm going to change that and keep it the same, so it's the same. So yeah, I need to start doing some YouTube videos. I haven't really started doing too much of that. We will
link down below, friends. If you want to follow Linda, I'll link it all in the description link below, so you can follow her on all. I'll make sure that we'll pin all of her accounts down below too. Talking about taking a right turn over, talking about if someone's starting out, that they're also, I mean, you've been on 2.5 milligram, which blows my mind, the beginning dose. And you've been on that for for your journey. Like, that blows my mind. And I love hearing that, because I feel like it's so encouraging that people think, oh, I've got to be, because at that point I was already on maybe 15 milligrams. No, maybe not, but high enough. I was way into several tier stepping doses that you don't have to. This is proof in the pudding of, like, you can still be crazy successful, like Linda has been. And your energy that you have, I love your energy so much. But having that, if someone's just starting off their journey, what would be the top 3 things you'd be like to encourage them? Or we don't really give advice, but your experience, strength, and hope, what would be your top 3
yeah,
things?
we don't give medical advice.
Yeah, what would be your top 3 things if someone's starting?
Okay, someone starting, the top 3 things. I should have thought about this before I had the interview. Number 1, it's going to be protein. You've got to get the protein in. I'm personally, for me, I'm between 100 to 140 grams a day, and that's working with a dietitian that has set it that amount. You've got to get the protein in. You've got to build strong muscles. You can't build strong muscles and burn fat if you don't get protein in. So it's really important. And for those of us who are post-bariatric, it's even more important. Because you won't lose hair then. See, I got a full set of hair. I haven't lost my hair because I've been getting the protein in. So that would be number 1. You got to get it's your macronutrients. I don't pay attention to calories. It's the macronutrients. It's protein, fiber, carbs. And secondly, you must drink, and fiber is so important for us women and men. So water. You have to drink water. Let me take a sip while I'm doing it. You've got to get that water in, 100 to 120 ounces a day. And it is hard, but you can do some things with, like you talk about all the time with the electrolytes, getting those vital nutrients in. I especially take electrolytes after I go for a walk, because I've sweated out a lot and I've lost a lot of nutrients, walking and stuff. So getting that in, it's super important. The third thing I would say is, for a brand new person, is do your research. Don't go into this blindly. Understand that you're going to you need to have good nutrition. We're not on a diet, but you've also got to have the exercise. They come together, they work together like, glue. You can't do one without the other. And I know some people may have some mobility issues. I'll tell you this. I was 2 months into this journey and cracked my foot. All of a sudden I'm like, okay, do I continue? Do I stop? Yeah. And it's like, I had to, for me, go figure out, I can't walk. I can't go for walks. What can I do? Honey, I turned on YouTube, and there's some amazing chair exercises out there. I did chair Tai Chi, chair yoga, chair aerobics, and I got through it. And then I found that I could do upper arm exercises. So I'd go to the gym, do upper arm, and go swimming. So you've got to exercise. And work with your provider, work with your doctor, work with a physical therapist to figure out what you can do. If you've got any kind of mobility issues, there are people out there that will help you figure out what to do, and you can do something.
How do you track your protein?
I use an app called Calories by Lose It. I love this app. I've looked at several different ones. I used to use MyFitnessPal. This one is amazing. I got the lifetime. Honey, I committed this thing for a lifetime. But it tracks everything. And in fact, my doctor even has me tracking saturated fat and cholesterol. And they have me staying within a certain range on that. And let me tell you, it's hard to stay underneath 10 grams of saturated fat a day if you're eating anything out, if you're eating any kind of processed food. So it's eating better food so I can stay underneath that that level that he wants me to be in.
And
Tracks everything.
going back over, because you did bariatric surgery, would you go back and do bariatric surgery again? If like the way that it sequentially felt, knowing what you know now, if you had a crystal ball, would you go back and do it?
Okay. If I was at this day and time when we have choices we didn't have before, I would go with the GLP-1 first. In fact, I have a girlfriend she just got approved for bariatric surgery. I said, you need to, and she's on a GLP-1. I said, you need to continue this journey. I said, if it gets to the point where it absolutely doesn't work for you for some reason, then go consider having the surgery. I said, you need to do everything in your power with the GLP-1, put all those things into place, your exercise, your nutrition, and try not to have the bariatric surgery. I don't regret it. Okay, yeah, I don't regret it. It saved my life because I had a mini stroke. But if I was doing that, making that decision this day and time, I would do the GLP-1 journey first, because I didn't have that back then. I had phentermine. That did nothing for me.
Right.
And I've never had. I've been on everything, y'all. I've been on every diet. I've been on everything that's out there. Nothing has ever worked like the GLP-1. It's like,
and I could so relate. I mean, I had lost here on YouTube. I had lost over 80 pounds during COVID, and so gained it all back, and then some. It was humiliating. It was embarrassing because I'd done this whole journey, and then to like gain it back and be like, I felt horrible. So, anyways, I can relate to so much of what you're sharing, and I know so many other accounts and countesses out there will. And so I am so grateful for you, Linda. You truly motivate me. And I'm not saying that to be like, oh, like to put wind in your sails. Like, really, you do. You really do motivate me and the rest in our free encouragement group and here on YouTube. And I love that you also use the same telehealth provider Join Fridays as I do. If people are interested in transferring over, the discount code is free. And I'll link that down in the description link below. As is all of our free resources. Linda also mentioned the free meal plan that I have that is dietitian created. Ton of free stuff because we like using these free tools. My biggest takeaways, Linda, from you are you have tools in your toolbox and you're using them. That this is a tool for you, GLP-1 medication, that Zepbound and Mounjaro, and if people are on WEGOVY or Ozempic or whatever, or semaglutide compound or Tirzepatide compound, they're but tools. And so making these permanent lifestyle changes, it's so inspiring hearing the different things that you pulled in of the groups that you're in and how you truly changed your life. Because Eli Lilly tells us we got to make food changes and we got to make physical activity changes. And you clearly have done those with all those physical things that, I mean, running a half marathon. And I can't wait to see the next tutu photo of you doing all these cool things. And Linda was at the most recent Georgia meetup. It was in Georgia, right? Is that where the last GLP-1
the Atlanta meetup? Yeah.
Fun. You're in it, girlfriend, and I love it.
And I have pictures of me and Cena. You know, it was I got to meet a lot of the creators from that are members of Join Fridays, and some who are not. There was people from all different types of telehealth there. It was just amazing. So if you get an opportunity, if there's a meetup in your area, go and meet other people on this journey because we all talk the same language. That's what's so amazing. We do. Our
stories overlap so much together of where you're sharing things. And I'm like, yes, I can completely relate to so much of what you're saying. So Linda, any parting thoughts for counts and countesses before we sign off? What are any parting thoughts for folks?
This is an amazing journey. Continue to follow the Countess of Shopping. She is totally amazing. She has actually changed my life because when I go to the gym, the first thing I do when I sit down to do my warm up is let me see the latest video, because I need to listen. I need to listen to her because there will be some nugget of information every single day that she says that speaks to me and helps me in this journey. When I had bariatric surgery, I didn't have a community of people. I had once a month of support group meeting with people that had this. Now there's a whole community out here, and I say, reach out, join these Facebook groups, look at the TikTok creators that are out there that are totally amazing and get with other people that you can bond with and be accountable to and share your journey with. It's just, you will get there. But, my thing is, you got to eat right. We're not in diet culture, so there's no such thing as any food that's off limits. But you've got to move your body, people. Get up, get out of bed, and go for a walk. That's my new thing. So
I love it. I just got my 2 miles in, and I'm going to Pilates later today. and getting
Good
that
girl.
protein.
Good
I'm getting that
girl.
protein. Yeah, it was one of my big takeaways too, of really making sure. I'm going to check out that app that you recommended for my protein tracking, because I text myself right now is what I've been doing. I look it up on my fitness pal, and I've been texting my macros back and forth to myself throughout the day, which sounds like not the smartest way to be doing this. So I'll be switching. Linda, bless you.
So
Thank you
this
so
has been
much.
amazing to be able to talk to you. It's like wow. Yeah.
Oh, my sweet friends, be kind to yourself, be kind to others. I'm Countess of Shopping. Count my blessings because life is delicious. And thanks, Linda. Thank you so much.